right. Our dear reader meets Dave Strider once more after their last encounter. Truth to be told, even after having an understanding for each other, I needed some time away. Away from Strider, away from my friends. The feeling of being a speck in this cosmos, and subsequently, then after being the whole center of it, is not a usual feeling that one can process instantaneously. Everyone and everything seemed so different to me now. Nothing in my surroundings mattered to me, and I could do whatever I desired. And yet, knowing as a fact that an immortal being is living a few blocks away from me was unsettling, to say the least. Can I truly say I'm in control of my own universe when it will continue after my passing? Will I be just another wound for him to heal and forget? Why suffer through this agony of losing loved ones for dozens of lifetimes? None of these mattered in the end, since as soon as my worries disappeared into the void of memories, I bumped into him in a nearby park a few months after we had our last encounter.
The weather was nice, and the warm spring sunlight was shining down at my cold, sunken heart. I wasn't the only one feeling awkward since Strider was seemingly feeling unnerved. He greeted me with a concerned smile, and I greeted him back. It was inevitable for us to talk again. He apologized for what happened and was willing to make it up for me in any way. While I did not blame him for his actions, he owed me the truth. I wanted to know Strider and the chance of understanding his past and sorrow. Surprisingly enough, he brought up a topic of interest that may lead me to know him more. He was heading towards a nursing home to visit an old friend of his and asked me if I was willing to accompany him. I gladly obliged.
Is it my turn?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot how we did this. He took a deep breath as he stood in front of the door. He gave a gentle knock or two and slowly opened the door. A young lady, around our age, was sitting in a rocking chair, looking out the window and appreciating the bright blue sky, or at least it seemed like it. Strider was hesitant to go near her. He stood there, midway through, and said hello to his friend, Jane Crocker. She didn't answer. In silence, Strider placed a bundle of flowers on the bed, but quickly took away as he noticed a pile of dead flowers in the garbage can beside him. He kept talking to her about him, about me, and how the spring weather this year was wonderful, and told her she should go out to feel the breeze. She still didn't answer. After a couple of minutes, he looked down at his twiddling thumbs, wished her a happy birthday, and left the room.
We sat around at a nearby cafe and had a small brunch. I asked him if he was okay, and he assured me not to worry. I couldn't help but wonder who was this Crocker person and what kind of friend she was to Strider. Strider was hesitant to call her a friend, even after he told me that she was the only one left, although there is nothing much left of her now. He proceeded to tell me that she was once the most powerful woman on this planet, ruling the world with her iron fist. She wished to change the world for the better, even if it took her to rebuild it from its rubble. While immortality was pleased to oblige her wishes, she eventually paid a heavy price. Blinded by her power, she hurt the ones she cared for, and left a scar to carry with her till the end of time. She could have given people life, but more was lost under her regime.
Dave continued as he took a sip from his tea. Crocker now does nothing but wait for time to catch up on her. Immortality is nothing but a curse, and the power she had was only to remain as a road down the depths of destruction that she could not take. As soon as he finished his story, I couldn't help but wonder how Strider became the two remaining gods of the world. Shame and embarrassment were noticeable from his reaction. Hesitant to say, he struggles to mention that he could not be there for others when they needed him. Turned a blind eye and regretted it until it was too late. Perhaps he feels responsibility for the Crockers and the others who have left. In any case, he wishes to hold on to whatever that's left of his origin, even if the guilt kills them.
Finished our meal and said our farewells for the day and went our respectful way. In the sea of uncertainties, I now realized one thing. Strider was no god, but just a man like all. Perhaps the most human of us all. Loneliness and sorrow may occupy his memories of the past, but life and change were to be had as well. He mayhaps is the survivor of the storm, but certainly the one who will build anew. I cannot blame Crocker for letting the world pass by as her time runs out. Perhaps Strider wishes to fix the aftermath of his absence. The pain of shame and regret made him knowledgeable and stronger than anyone. The agony of bearing the scar was nothing but a reminder that no one should ever feel this pain. Not again.
Ooh,
Good
that
shit.
is really good.
That was very good.
That was
I've
excellent.
always
Dang.
been.
Thanks,
Sorry.
Uber.
I missed the first part of this fic last week.
Mhm.
What happens to the rest of the characters?
We're
Like, why is
not
Dave
told
being-
specifically. Like it sort of implies that they went away, but it's vague as to exactly what happened. Because
Uber,
I've always
give us
loved
some
the.
explanations.
yeah, the first fic is like just this. It's the same narrator, but they're like basically like talking about their friend, and then they're at like I think it's a New Year's party, and they see like a picture of Dave from like when they were a baby, and Dave is the same, and they realize that oh shit, like something's going on here. But Uber says I took care of them.
Uber,
That's-
no!
Oh my god.